A text from Columbus, Ohio. Remember the comic strip Pogo? Remember the line, "We have met the enemy, and he is us." Wow, the enemy from within. What a night, huh? Democrats are happy. At least the far-left Democrats are happy. I don't think mainstream Democrats are too happy at all. In fact, I spoke to a couple of them after the big wins for Democrats in places like New York and Virginia. Mainstream Democrats are terrified because they see the future under the new face of today's Democrat Party, Zohran Mamdani. Did you see his speech last night? I settled in. I thought, well, let's watch his victory speech. Let's see what he has to say, because he smiles a lot, right? He wasn't smiling last night. Now that he won, the veil has been lifted. This guy was snarling about taking on Trump. This guy was shrieking about the million Muslims in New York City. And it was almost as if the accusation that he's a wolf in sheep's clothing came to fruition. Check out a little bit of Zohran's victory speech last night in New York City.
If anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him. And if there is any way to terrify a despot, it is by dismantling the very conditions that allowed him to accumulate power. This is not only how we stop Trump, it's how we stop the next one. So, Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up. We will hold bad landlords to account because the Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants. We will put an end to the culture of corruption that has allowed billionaires like Trump to evade taxation and exploit tax breaks. We will stand alongside unions and expand labor protections because we know, just as Donald Trump does, that when working people have ironclad rights, the bosses who seek to extort them become very small indeed.
Wow, where'd the smile go? Where's the funny TikTok videos of him frolicking in the water and dancing? Wasn't a lot of smiles last night. Just a lot of anger and rage. Hey, good luck, New York. You're going to own it now. And good luck, Democrat Party, because he's your guy. The Ugandan communist is now the mayor of New York City. Now, look, let's put it in perspective. You know, I think the Mamdani mayoral race is the one worth talking about. As a talk show host, that's the one that I find most compelling because, let's face it, everybody likes a villain. This is like a chapter right out of a Batman movie where the Joker just got elected mayor. The other races, look, Democrats won in Democrat cities. Democrats won in blue states. The big upset would have been for any Republican to have won. You got to make sure you keep that in perspective. And make no mistake, there's been a lot of damage done to the Democrat brand. Here's what Scott Jennings pointed out last night on CNN.
These are blue states, and Democrats were supposed to win. So I wouldn't overread it. Virginia, in particular, has never been a great bellwether. I don't think a lot of folks had a lot of confidence in the Virginia campaign that was run on the Republican side. And New Jersey is New Jersey, so I would hesitate to overread it. I don't think the concerns you raised are illegitimate political strategy concerns. I think I just want to offer condolences to Chuck Schumer. Honestly, what I'm reading here in New York City is that AOC is going to be the next senator from New York after she gets done whooping his rear end in the 2028 Democratic primary. And for his Senate races in 2026, I see the energy in the Democratic Party tonight behind a socialist, and I see the energy in Virginia. Democrats looking the other way on a violent candidate for attorney general who says he wants to murder Republicans and their children. If you think you're getting rid of Graham Plattner in Maine now, think again. This is a terrible night for national Democratic image, given what is happening inside their party. Mamdani is an avowed socialist. It's not what people say that he is, it's what he says that he is. He's now the leader of their party.
I can't wait to thank Scott in person this weekend for his clarity. I'm going to be in Chicago for the big Freedom Summit, and what perfect timing. You're going to need that kind of clarity more than ever. I'll be on stage with Dr. Ben Carson, with Salem's own Scott Jennings, who you just heard from that CNN clip, Dan Proft and Sean Thompson. I was on Sean's show last night talking about the event this Saturday in Chicagoland. We're going to be at the Westin Chicago Northwest in Itasca. For tickets, and there are a few left, go to 560theanswer.com, 560theanswer.com.
Mike Gallagher.
Infuriating to listen to this kid from Uganda attack, what did he call them, builders like Trump? I wanted to hear what he said. I didn't get to I was trying to cue it up and listen again to what he said about really attacking a capitalist, a builder, a guy who helped build the New York City skyline. I'm not sure what Zoran ever built in his life. All I know is he turned into a snarling, angry, rage-filled guy. It's like the mask came off. And even folks like Van Jones over on CNN seemed rattled by the real ugliness of Mamdani's victory speech last night. It's almost as if even Van Jones was willing to admit, wow, all the accusations that this guy is a wolf in sheep's clothing were true. I mean, where was the smiling? Where was the warmth, the humor? Check out Van Jones on CNN.
I think the Mamdani that we saw on the campaign trail, who was a lot more calm, who was a lot warmer, who was a lot more embracing, was not present in that speech. And I think that Mamdani is the one you need to hear from tonight. There are a lot of people trying to figure out, can I get on this train with him or not? Is he going to include me? Is he going to be more of a class warrior even in office? I think. Yeah, well,
here's the news flash. Is he going to betray you? What do you think he just said to more than half the country? Because he thinks that Trump betrayed America? Well, that's news to the voters who overwhelmingly elected him, who blew your fellow Democrat out of the water by taking every swing state, winning the popular vote, the Electoral College. Yeah, that would be news to many Americans that Trump somehow betrayed our country. Look, rail away, Zoran. You knock yourself out. And New Yorkers, got a quick message from a Floridian. We're all filled up here in Florida. You don't need to bother. We got big mosquitoes and alligators and hurricanes everywhere. We're having a hurricane every day down here. Every day. It's crazy. Like, we never thought there'd be daily hurricanes. There's hurricanes every day here. You don't want to go. You don't want to come here. As you flee New York because an actual Islamist communist won the mayoral race last night. It's hard to believe that we're even saying this. As you're nervously figuring out where you're going to flee to, we're all filled up here. Don't bother Florida. Don't come to Florida, please. I think you should check out Portland, Oregon. It's a great town. Seattle. Seattle's very lovely this time of year. Go to Seattle. You do not need to come to Florida. And of course, I got friends lining up from South Carolina, from Texas. They're all saying the same thing. No. Don't come here. Don't come to Texas. My friends in South Carolina say, no, we're all filled up here. No, please. South Carolina, the same thing. They've got all kinds of weather. Those mountains, it really gets tedious to see the beauty of the green, the foothills and the trees, and the people are too friendly in South Carolina. It's annoying. Cost of living is really too low. You want to spend more money on things. You know, it's just not a good place. Don't go to South Carolina. It's awful. You'll be happier in Portland, Oregon. Oh, boy. All right, let's go. 800-655-MIKE. 800-655-6453. Here's Al in Dearborn, Michigan. Al, welcome aboard. You know a little bit about Muslim leadership in your city, don't you?
Yeah, they're great people. I'm not going to knock Muslims for a minute. I carpooled with one for a while, and even right after 9/11, we had some great conversations about things.
You bet.
I didn't call about that, though, Mike. I wanted to call about what really plagues our country. It's idolatry. We want to be God. It has been with us since the Garden of Eden.
Yep.
Even before that, the rebellion of the angels against God in heaven. But in the Garden of Eden, we paid a heavy price for it. And we see it in just about every issue today. From the attitude toward the Constitution, it's a living document that we can say anything we want it to say.
Yep.
From the attitude about sanctuary cities and so forth, the law doesn't apply to us, me and my tribe. We're better than that. We're smarter and holier than the rest of you.
Al,
we're smarter and holier than God.
Al,
we are the moral and intellectual supremacists of this country.
Al, you've got to hear this column from Kevin McCullough. It's going to be right up your alley. I promise I'm going to read it next. You got to hear his words. The night America chose chaos over clarity. Now, it sounds like a bleak article. It's not bleak. It's uplifting, and it speaks just to what you just said. It speaks right to your point about how we are failing and falling. And the good news is we know how this ends. And the good guys win. You know? A lot of bad people won last night. Make no mistake about it. Jay Jones is a bad guy. You're fantasizing about putting bullets in the heads of your political opponent? That's a bad person. And now he's the chief law enforcement officer of the Commonwealth of Virginia. Let that sink in. Okay?
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.